Hey guys, I'm a little sick. Sorry for not posting last week. I guess none of us did. Miriam, as far as I know, has been having like some computer suckage problems. And I don't really know why Michelle's not posting. I haven't talked to her in a while. And Alpha either, for that matter. So I don't really know anything, and I hadn't really prepared anything to talk about. I want to talk about a couple of things. I told Michelle last time I did talk to her that my next video would be about how all of my friends are gay, but since that's not really much to talk about, yeah. I mean, it's interesting that all of my friends are in fact homosexual, except for like the one I'm dating, I hope. That'd be kind of weird. Of course, he thinks I'm in the closet, so I don't even know, like, that's so weird. Why would he even, like, date me if he thinks I'm in the closet? What an ass. Other than that, I'm doing my senior research report this year on censorship, and I wanted to talk a little about that because it pisses me off, like, to no end. I mean, there are very few things that I feel strongly enough about to, like, consider, like, protesting. Like, yeah. But I mean, censorship is like, it's not because of what it is, it's because of the reasons people do it. Religion, sexism, racism, whatever. Books are books, okay? That's it. That's the end of it, you know? Yes, there's going to be sexism and there's going to be racism in any books written in the early 1900s or before then. Always deal with it. I mean, if you get that offended by like a small piece of material like that, then you're fucking closed-minded. Shut up. You know? Excuse my French. Censor me. But I think the worst one that I read about, the worst case that I read about, and this has happened a couple times, is people not just censoring things like based on like religion and, you know, certain views, moral values, sexual content, things like that. Some books have been banned because of their mood. Like The Diary of Anne Frank, for example. In the book I'm reading, it literally says that somebody in, I forgot what state, I think it was like Alabama, banned Anne Frank, calling it quote-unquote a real downer. No, really? Oh my god. And you know what's funny about that? Is that that's probably one of the most inspiring books that there are. Not because of what happens to Anne Frank, but because of her circumstances and how hopeful she is still. I mean, even when she's pretty sure that she's not going to survive this, she still has hope for humankind. This girl, who was like 15 years old, still had hope. You know, she still had like a love of her life. She still had this little inkling of happiness that so many of us don't have, and we're in so many, and we're in such better situations. I don't care how bad you've got it, you do not have it as bad as Anne Frank did. You know, so don't tell me that you're hopeless and that you have nothing, because if anybody should have ever been hopeless, it should have been her, and she wasn't. So maybe think about that, you know? Don't call that particular book a real downer because the ending is sad. It's the thoughts of a girl who honestly believed that people were good, despite how bad people were at that time, despite how bad the people ostracizing her really were. I just went on a rant that I didn't mean to go on. People tend to take things like that, books and diaries and, you know, autobiographies and stuff like that, and they take it and they misinterpret it. And it's still a young girl's diary, you know, she still has like weird entries like today I brushed my hair and you know, stuff happened. Yeah, she still had those little weird entries that like we all kind of put in there, just kind of like, I have, I have my own diaries with random entries like, I did this and this and this today, and it was pretty boring, you know. And she had that too. I mean, it happens. Even when you're like in an annex and you're freaking hiding from the Nazis. But the real, like, the parts where she's writing about, like, her thoughts, her observations of herself, her observations of her surroundings and her situation, and, you know, what she thinks of it and how she thinks it's gonna work out and how she feels about that, that's a little, yeah, it's sad, but it's inspiring. It's really something, you know. There's a reason that particular diary is popular, because there are so many other diaries of Jewish people, Jewish victims of the Holocaust. There are diaries of, like, plenty of other victims too, death, everybody who was, you know, like gypsies and stuff, everybody. Anne Frank stands out for a reason, though. So I think that to ban that book especially, you know, is just a little ridiculous. But I don't think that any book should be banned. I don't think on any grounds at all. Like, while we're on the subject of the Holocaust, even Mein Kampf. Honestly, ridiculously horrible as that sounds, I don't think that it should really be in a school library, but I will not argue somebody's right to have it there, and I will not argue anybody's right to read it, because it's a book just like every other book, and it's something to read and it's something to learn from, you know. And it's your own choice how you learn from it. Honestly, if I read it, that's, you know, I have not read it actually. I plan to, because I kind of read everything. You know. I feel like I need to. I feel like I should read every book that was ever written. You know, because that's where I get my knowledge, that's where I get my experience and my everything from. And I guess that's a little weird, but, you know, books mean a lot to me, and I think that knowledge is everything. It's probably the best weapon we have against everything. So, you know, that's how I learn. I read. You take that however you want, but I think it's a good thing to do. It's probably why I'm so passionate about censorship. It's probably why I hate hearing about banning books and burning books and just all that crap, man. It's so ridiculous. I mean, and it's not just books. Obviously, censorship applies to plenty of other things, but literature is what I'm passionate about. What can I say? Miriam, I hope you can get your video posted. I really, really do. I'm recording this early, so I don't know if Adolfo posted tonight. It's Tuesday, and this is going up Wednesday. I don't know if Adolfo posted tonight. I guess I'll figure that out. And Michelle, I need to know what you're doing, because that's like 2 weeks in a row. I mean, I don't know. I have like the longest videos on here, man. I think I'm gone. I'm good. Peace out, Nerd Fighters, for the win.